the girl woke up and found a man lying on the bed. After their eyes met, they both sat up in alarm. One realized she had traveled through time and the other realized he had been reborn. It turned out this was the world of a novel. The imperial consort had teamed up with the regent to harm the emperor, leaving him seriously ill and disabled. On his deathbed, she finally told him the whole thing was a plot by his mother, the Empress Dowager. The emperor went mad. He swore that in his next life, he would abandon all kindness and seek revenge on them. When he raised his sword toward the vicious consort, a maid urgently begged him to stop, explaining that the girl was the prime minister's legitimate daughter. But the emperor was determined to kill her. Just then, a eunuch came to report that a scheming concubine had suddenly fallen ill and begged for his visit. The emperor had no choice but to depart for the moment. However, the girl was still shaken. Why had the gentle emperor from the novel become so cruel? The maid reassured her that the scheming concubine had already set a trap. Once the plan succeeded, the regent would seize the emperor's power. Hearing this, the girl rushed out without hesitation. Meanwhile, the emperor lifted his teacup. He knew it had been tampered with, and soon the regent's wife would come to his room. Just as he was about to drink, the girl burst in and stopped him. She warned him not to drink it and tried to take him away, but the emperor coldly pushed her hand aside. He asked if this was her new scheme, since the regent's wife had been confined by him and couldn't come. The girl realized the plot had shifted, but there was no time left for her to think. She drank the tea herself and pushed him onto the bed. Weak from long illness, the emperor couldn't exert any strength. When he saw her take off her outer robe, he immediately closed his eyes. The girl urged him to do the same. At that moment, the door was kicked open. The scheming concubine insisted that the regent's wife was present. Then the regent angrily accused the emperor of seizing his wife, demanding the ministers bear witness. Almost in unison, the girl and the emperor delivered their scripted lines. She then lifted the quilt to show her face, asking who was trying to frame the emperor. The scheming concubine was stunned. She claimed to have mistaken the person but denied tampering with the tea. Yet the girl asked, "How do you know there's something wrong with the tea?" Furious, the scheming concubine ordered her to be arrested. The emperor cut off their argument. He draped his robe over the girl and quietly asked if this was her new plan. The girl answered with an evil smile. The next second, she collapsed to the floor in tears, accusing the regent of seeing her body. Though the regent awkwardly apologized, she refused to let it go, begging the emperor to punish him severely. Hearing this, the emperor stripped the regent of his military authority and also sentenced the scheming concubine to death. Shocked by his cruelty, the girl felt relieved that she wasn't the one being punished, until the emperor pressed a dagger against her neck. He left her body hanging over the edge of the bridge, ordering her to confess all her schemes.